In a standard draft, like you have usually in competitive Dota, two heroes are committed to the support role. One will play the semi-support, position 4, and the other one will play the hard support, position 5. We saw that there's the defensive kind, the aggressive kind, and the greedy kind. And if you pair them together, you will get the following combinations. You will have aggressive aggressive, which beats greedy greedy, which beats defensive defensive. Then we have defensive greedy, defensive aggressive, and aggressive greedy. Now we know all possible combinations of different support types. We stay in the same game, and now I want to talk about the greedy and greedy support duo. Many times people ask me, how do I counter greed in Dota? My answer to them was always the same. Don't play aggressive, just be more greedy. So the greedy and greedy support combination is basically the ultimate farming duo. And they for sure have the highest late game potential over all support duos. Since if you push or if you give them time to farm, they will scale really well into late game. The downside is those supports are really weak during the early stages of the game. So they basically get countered by push heavy lineups or hyper aggressive lineups or even tri-core lineups if the cores are like really well scaling cores. And if you face those combinations versus your greedy setup, you can lose the game really fast. Also, you should avoid aggressive tri-lanes at any cost, because you won't get farm and experience out of it, and that's not how you want to play the game. So in this particular game we have Liquid with two greedy supports on the Doom and the Phoenix. And as we could see in the video before, or in the part before, we have OG playing hyper aggressive with their two aggressive heroes. But as I said before, if you run aggressive, or if we go a bit back into the basic concepts, we said, into the basic concept part, we said that aggressive supports counter greedy supports. And in that game we can see this is happening, because the two greedy supports can't handle the aggression. They just take too long to come online. But the problem is, the two aggressive supports find the kills, but they can't transition into objectives. They can't get Roche, they can't get towers. And with that they don't take away the space from the greedy supports. So running greedy supports means you need space to farm, and as long as the opponent team doesn't take away that space from you and you can farm, you're fine. And that's what you can see in this game. If we go at minute 9, you can see like the greedy or the greedy support, the Phoenix, is level 4 and the Doom is level 6. And if you compare that to the two aggressive supports, the Vengeful is level 6 and the Night Stalker is level 4. So the greedy and the aggressive support have literally, or the two greedy supports have basically the same level as the aggressive supports. So even though the kill score is in favor of OG, Liquid is still doing a good job, because they're not getting completely crushed and their space is not taken away from them. So they are able to keep up with the aggressive supports. And if we go even further at minute 14, Liquid is ahead with the greedy supports, and they just stomp the game in 20 minutes basically, because the aggressive supports couldn't shut down the greedy supports.